Hey, Vortex. So, Aretha is singing about freedom. And it's something that I keep pondering. What is the meaning of freedom? Does that mean the freedom to decide between buying one crap product or another crap product? Or another product that says it's not crap? They swear up and down in the advertising that it's not crap. No antibiotics ever! No preservatives, no additives. We still use canola oil, but forget that. Forget that. Forget the rapeseed. Forget that we have a genetically modified organism called rapeseed. We have the freedom to not buy any of those products. We have the freedom to fast. We have the freedom to not go into the store at all. We have the freedom to say no. They don't teach you how to say no to anything but drugs that are actually enjoyable. Okay? Drugs that aren't enjoyable, they don't advertise that you have a choice. You always have a choice. But they're not going to tell you that. Because they don't want you to realize your true liberty. God gave us free will. That's not given to us because of the country we live in. That's not given to us because of our government. We have that because it's free. Our mind is free to roam like those cows that they say are treated a lot better because the farmers are holistic, okay? Our mind can wander if we're not hooked up to a non-reality all the time. Unfortunately, Western civilization, that's all they know how to do. And even before the internet, they were doing that. The internet just made it so obvious that that's the choice that they will always subconsciously make. Because they don't want to be in God's world. They don't want a natural experience. They don't want to embrace their humanity. They don't want to embrace the things that make them of God. This world was infiltrated a long time ago by God's arch nemesis. Okay? Therefore, nothing of this world can be trusted. Everything in this world must be looked at with great skepticism. And be prepared to get called crazy and conspiratorial and completely out of whack if you do that. I'm so used to that shit, so keep it going. You know, I'll get offended if you don't call me all those things. You know? It's an honor, you know? I'll wear it like a damn sash because it's a good thing to question your reality and to not just accept it. To just nod your head and smile in agreement, and you don't even know what you're agreeing to, but that doesn't matter because you fit in. And nobody will laugh at you, and nobody will mock you, and nobody will scoff at you. As if that's the most important thing. Fitting in and not being judged. Only God can judge me, baby. If everybody else is flawed, then what does their judgment even mean? Why should I care what they have to say? If anything, it's just annoying. It's not like it hurts me. I do feel sorry for them. I wish that they could come around to my way of thinking, because my way of thinking is downright superior. Because I'm of God. And they're of the devil. They're the devil's children. I know I sound arrogant. Don't think I'm not aware of this. This is the arrogant voice, okay? But when you have boatloads of self-awareness, you can always mop the floor with those that don't. When you do research that nobody else will do because that research requires a bucket, okay? You can mop the floor with those that don't. When you go out of your way to practice what you preach, and you get laughed at the entire time and called crazy, you can mop the floor with those that don't. And I do get perturbed, but if I seem like I'm pissed off, it's like, this is just my default, you know? I'm generally a very happy person. I used to not be this way. I used to be very depressed. But that had a lot to do with my lifestyle decisions. You know, I was making really bad decisions, and I was a liberal, and I didn't have much self-confidence. But I think I had to go through all that to get to this point. So I try not to be too hard on myself for these things, but sometimes I can't help it. There are some nights when I just really beat the fuck out of myself because of things that I've done in the past, you know. I was crying yesterday because of some shit I did when I was 24 years old. I mean, I know it was 12 years ago, but that shit doesn't matter, you know? That'll stick with you. That's why sin guarantees death. Because it destroys your soul. I have to live with these things that I did. I have to live with the fact that I was a total shithead to people that really cared about me. I have to live with the fact that I've done a lot of things that were totally out of character for me. I've done a lot of things that are just morally reprehensible, man. And you know, I wish that I could provide advice to the youth right now, and you know, all these young girls that just give it up so quickly. There's this girl that I work with. She's like, I think she's either 17 or 18, but it's like, she's already slept with all these dudes, you know? Like, she's a total slut, and she thinks it's funny. Now, I'm not saying that there's ever a point in the future where she'll grow out of that. She probably won't, considering the culture that she's part of. But you know, she used to be a really strong Christian, and she said that there were such piss poor examples of Christianity in the church that it made her go the other way. And I see that more times than I don't. And I know that that happened in my case as well. Not to just blame the church for everything, but we don't seem to have that problem in the Orthodox faith.